Why was Marcus Aurelius such a unique person? Among the 5 virtuous emperors who really loved their subjects was this one. In addition, he studied Stoic philosophy with devotion. He made time to compose a number of intimate pieces that are now referred to as the Meditations. The Roman emperor imparted many insightful guidelines on leading a contented life in his works. We will examine 10 of the most significant takeaways from Marcus Aurelius' Meditations in this video. But before we start, I would want to ask you to follow me through to the very finish. Your desire to better oneself is the reason you are here. Although the first 5 insights are foundational to the later ones, you must watch the first 5 in order to fully comprehend the final 5. There, I hope to see you. 1. Develop your own personality. According to Marcus Aurelius, the mind only needs things that it generates. Our civilization is materialistic. Advertisements telling us what to purchase are all around us. The media also portrays the wealthy and well-known people's lifestyles. We will never be content if we pursue pleasure via material possessions. We will never be satisfied with what we have. We constantly want something larger, quicker, or more costly. Furthermore, we cede control of our pleasure when we rely on other factors for it. Nothing tangible is really truly ours, in actuality. We might lose it to someone at any time. If our sense of self is determined by the size of our home, what happens if we lose it? The notion here is that we should concentrate on growing our character rather than pursuing worldly gain. The greatest thing we have is our character. It establishes our identity and way of life. It is the one item we own that is unaffected by external circumstances. We could lose our business, our house, or our vehicle, but we will always have our character. Our character has the power to lift or lower us in life and to create a lasting impression. As such, we need to make an effort to cultivate a character that is hardworking, truthful, and kind. Additionally, we need to learn how to be polite and respectful to other people. 2. Don't let other people's views determine how happy you are. We shouldn't let other people's views determine how happy we are. It is impossible to gratify every single one of the billions of individuals on the planet. Seeking approval from others, such as likes on social media or matches on dating apps, may lead to feelings of dependence. But this isn't a dependable way to be happy. The first step is to shift our own perspective. We need to look inside for contentment, via forging a solid bond with ourselves. It's important for us to realize that others don't hate us because we're not nice, humorous, or intelligent. No matter what we do or say, there will always be individuals who disagree with us or condemn us. As a result, we need to lead the most genuine lives we can. If we disagree with someone's political stance, we shouldn't pretend to understand them or put up with unpleasant remarks from friends. It is preferable to be despised for who you are than to be adored for who you are not, as French author André Gide once stated. 3. Pay attention to the things you can manage. Our ideas and deeds are the only things in life that we have control over. All other things are out of our grasp. As a result, we should dismiss everything else and concentrate solely on what we can manage. Marcus Aurelius gives us this advice: throw away the cucumber if it tastes bitter. Avoid thorny areas on the way if there are any. That's all the information you need. We sometimes squander time and effort on things over which we have no control. Anger-related emotions are often ineffective, but they may be helpful if they spur us to take action against injustice. For instance, we have the option to remain patient and listen to the radio when stopped in traffic, or we might get irate and honk. In any case, nothing will change the fact that we are still in the same predicament. We have no influence over the thoughts, words, or deeds of others. As a result, We should put more of our emphasis on ourselves and not give them too much attention. 4. Channel your rage into inspiration and inventiveness. Using your rage for something constructive is one method to cope with it. Anger is a strong emotion that may take control of us and cause us to behave rashly. When we lose our temper, we often come to regret what we did and hurt both other people and ourselves. But what if we could channel our rage into something constructive? What if we could use it as a catalyst for inspiration and innovation? The important thing is to recognize our anger and its effects before it spirals out of hand. We must consider how anger impacts our relationships and lives, as well as how we may respond to anger in a better way. We may channel our anger's energy and intensity to do something constructive and positive for both ourselves and others, rather than allowing it to devour us. We may use our rage to fuel creative and productive endeavors that positively reflect our emotions. 5. Modify your pessimistic ideas. Altering our pessimistic ideas is another strategy for overcoming unpleasant feelings. You have power over your mind, not outside events, declared Marcus Aurelius, the Roman emperor and philosopher. When you accept this, you'll discover strength. He was saying that our perceptions shape our emotions toward them. Our unfavorable perceptions of reality often lead to our unpleasant feelings. Consider John and Bill, two pals who get invitations to the same birthday celebration. John is excited about the celebration and is highly gregarious. He views it as a fantastic opportunity to socialize and meet new people. Bill fears the party and is quite bashful. He believes that no one would like him and that he will be uncomfortable and alone. Depending on how we see a scenario, it might evoke completely diverse feelings. We must realize that our beliefs about our circumstances, rather than the actual circumstances, are what lead to our feelings of worry, anxiety, or rage. Thus, by altering our beliefs, we have the capacity to strengthen ourselves and regain control over our emotions. We have the ability to question our unfavorable presumptions and swap them out for more sensible and constructive ones. When will the finest part begin? Make sure to join us and subscribe to the channel before we continue. Living effectively, according to Marcus Aurelius, is more like wrestling than dancing because it calls for us to be on guard, ready for anything that could come up, and resistant to being taken down easy. Being resilient in the face of adversity and failure is essential to happiness. It's intriguing to see people who have fulfilling lives. Life views obstacles differently and is ready for every situation. To them, life is about embracing change and looking for the good in even the worst circumstances. You may take baby steps and push beyond your reluctance and worries when you don't let failure stop you. Consider the good things in life and the unceasing passage of time. Time is a tremendous force, and this too must pass, as Marcus Aurelius sagely observes. 7th, show a great deal of gratitude for whatever you have. According to Marcus Aurelius, we should be aware of our qualities, cherish them, and keep in mind how much we would miss them if we didn't have them. Frequently, we concentrate exclusively on our shortcomings and ignore all the wonderful things and people in our life. Marcus Aurelius suggests that we try to see a different version of ourselves. How much we would yearn for the amazing people and circumstances in our lives if we did not have them. This is an easy but highly powerful exercise to develop a strong feeling of thankfulness for everything in our life that is going well. The basic joys of life, like being alive, having close family and friends, and having the capacity to love and appreciate, are often overlooked because we focus too much on our shortcomings and the negative aspects of life. You feel better and are happier when you are grateful and appreciative of what you have. 8. Show tolerance and refrain from passing judgment. We are all interrelated and intertwined, as Marcus Aurelius tells us. We may either be patient with one another or helpful. We are not able to live meaningful lives in isolation or separate ourselves from the web of existence. Empathizing with people helps us to lower or let rid of our preconceived notions about them. We need always be prepared to impart knowledge and educate others, but never to force our beliefs on others. We are not accountable for the actions or results of others. We are only accountable to ourselves. Attempting to mold others into our image will only make us more irritated. The 9th tip is to develop inner serenity. According to Marcus Aurelius, he did not flee from fear. Rather, he dismissed it as it only existed inside his own senses. It's easy to forget that our imaginations create every experience we have. Our experiences are shaped by our emotions, which also influence how we respond to them. Everything that happens to us originates inside. And once we accept this, we find that we really have more power over our emotions than we previously believed. We can conquer a large portion of it if we can control our emotions. Contentment. Number 10. Be mindful of your mortality and live in the now. Marcus Aurelius counsels us to live virtuously while we are still here, since death is inevitable. Instead of living as if we had 1,000 years to live, he exhorts us to stop wasting time on unimportant things and to concentrate on what is important and significant. Many individuals put off their goals and aspirations for the future because they believe they will always be alive. The primary lesson from Marcus Aurelius is that we should cherish the time we have left and begin enjoying our lives right now. Whether it's working out, going for a profession, or publishing a book, we often state that we will start doing something tomorrow. However, one of the riskiest words in the English language is tomorrow. Give up on tomorrow and begin to live for now. I really hope you enjoyed this video, and don't forget to view the other 2 that are now loading into your screen. And please subscribe to our channel if you'd want to see more videos like this one. I appreciate you seeing.